Let's be real. We all know that the gun leveling system in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 is whack. To get this gun, you gotta get this gun to level 13. To get this gun, you gotta get this gun to level 13. To get this attachment, you gotta get this gun to level 11. To get this attachment, you gotta get this gun to level 8. To get this attachment, you gotta get this gun to level 6. Oh, and let's not forget the M13. To get this gun, you gotta unlock it by killing the chemist in DMZ and extracting with his weapon. And then each gun has its own platform, which is longer than the freaking British monarchy, and they're all related and leveling each other up. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, to be completely honest. I do think that it's a good thing to keep changing the leveling system up, and especially for people that like to grind these games, it makes it a lot more interesting and it gives them a lot more to work towards. Except for people that don't play this game like 8 hours a day and are just kind of playing it for fun, or for people that are just playing Warzone 2, myself included, it's so hard to level up the guns that you want to level up. So me and the 40-year-old dads are just sitting here with our freaking foot up our ass trying to get a dang gun leveled up while the freaking sweaty Timmy is gorilla crawling around and getting 30 kill games in multiplayer to level up a gun in an hour. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to show you how to tune your weapons. I got a little sidetracked there. In addition to adding a very complicated leveling up system, they also decided to add a tuning system to certain attachments. Now, not all attachments have this tuning system, only certain ones do, and I'm going to show you how they work. To be honest, it's pretty self-explanatory. They work very similar to the way attachments work, where certain attachments will give your gun certain abilities. For example, this barrel adds more range, but also sacrifices mobility and handling. But what the tuning system does is it gives you the ability to decide how much you want to gain and how much you want to lose for certain modifications. So if I go into this barrel attachments tuning, I have the option to adjust for more recoil steadiness or more aim walking speed, and then I also have the ability to adjust for more damage range or more ADS speed. Now obviously you want to modify each gun based on how you plan on using it. I use this M4 primarily for distance, so I might want a little more recoil steadiness and a little more damage range. And you may not want to go all the way to max damage range and max recoil steadiness, because as you can see, you lose a lot of handling and a lot of ADS speed and stuff like that. But if it were an SMG, I probably want to adjust for better aim walking speed and a little more ADS speed. And as you can see, as I adjust this, the damage actually goes up and it tells you what you're adjusting. You're adjusting the length of the barrel. So that's pretty cool. And each attachment actually has slightly different tuning modifications. So this underbarrel attachment here, you can adjust for more hip recoil control or more hip walking speed and more hip fire accuracy or better ADS speed. I think this is a pretty cool addition because you can really modify and customize each gun and each attachment to be specific to how you really like it. Now you might be asking, how much of a difference does this really make? Like, come on. And honestly, you'd be kind of right. If you play this game once a week, these tiny little changes aren't going to make much of a difference for you. But the more you play this game, the more the fine-tuning customization does actually make a difference. But let me show you an example and you guys can decide for yourselves if it's worth your time. Right now, this M4 is built more for distance because that's primarily how I use it, as I said. So I'm going to adjust each attachment that I can tune and modify it to be max distance and max damage range. I'm not going to change the attachments. I'm just going to tune the ones that I have on. So I'm going to max the barrel out for range and recoil, max the muzzle out for velocity and recoil smoothness, max the underbarrel out for hip recoil control and hip fire accuracy, and max the sight out for flinch resistance and far position. I don't know what that is, honestly. And we're just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna drop into the firing range. So I'm on remote, so yes, I do have aim assist, but like, shut up. First, we'll compare ADS speed. So it's like a hair of a difference. Then this is the recoil for the max range. Pretty good. Now let's modify it to be more SMG-like and see what happens. Now let's test for recoil. Honestly, it's pretty slight. Like, you can tell it's a little bouncier. A little, like, I don't know. It feels a little bouncier at least. And honestly, I didn't change the attachments. So if I max the attachments out for short range and adjusted them, I'm sure that would be quite the difference. But I'm just trying to see how much of a difference just the tuning makes. And like I said, very slight, minuscule, but again, noticeable if you play this game all the time. So it's up to you whether or not you want to actually mess around with these things for each attachment. Obviously, it's pretty time consuming because each attachment has it and each gun has like 17 different attachments and each gun has like 16 different ways to level it up, and it's a mess. But like I said, it's probably better to have more additions than less additions, and it keeps things interesting for sure. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the views. I truly do. If you like this video, please drop a like and drop a comment if there's any other tutorials you'd like to see for Warzone 2 or Apex. Thanks again. We'll see you in another video.
Peace.